Stock and Land's been invited back to the new Ballarat saleyards, the CVLX on minus rest. I've got Jonathan Crilly with me. Jonathan, thanks for the invitation to come back. This is a very exciting time. You're getting pretty close to where you would like to have your first sale.
Yeah, no, pleasure, Murray. Thanks for coming out and having a look around. We're lot been happening and starting to draw to an end now. Towards the end, we're getting close. The 23rd of June, we've got a public open day penciled in. So on the Saturday, people can come out between 11 and 2 and have a look, and guided tours every half hour of the facility, see what's been going on over the last 10 or 11 months. And then they're still targeting a mid-July completion of construction and a short commissioning period thereafter before the first sale.
Yeah, a lot of people drive past this facility now, Jonathan. They're taking a real big interest. Massive roof.
Yes, Murray. If you go past, you obviously can't miss it. It's it's pushing 7.5 acres of roof area, which in anyone's term is a massive roof.
Yeah, so we'll have a walk around the facility and we'll have a little bit of an explanation of what's going on, and I think people were suitably impressed, and you'd encourage them to come along. You were saying before that they'll even be able to have a barbecue on you to have a look around, so they can have a good look around, because it'll take them a while.
Yeah, absolutely, Murray. It'll be guided tours every half hour, just purely because it's still a construction site, so we can't have willy-nilly open slab of people wandering everywhere. But every half hour we'll have a guided tour of the facility. If people want to go on a second tour to have another look at something they didn't see the first time, they'll be most welcome. We'll be putting on a barbecue lunch for people to come and join us and have a yarn to a few of our representatives that can explain things that they might have, concerns or be unsure about.
Yeah, probably 30 years in the making, 10 years in the planning, and only a couple of months to go now.
Yeah, that's right, Murray, and 12 months in the building. So it'll be about a 12-month build by the time we're completed, and obviously we've been operating the current facility for 8 years now. So as I say, 10 years in the planning, and I've been on deck for 8 years, and taken 12 months to build this massive facility.
Jonathan, we're in the sheep section here, so we're looking at the selling pens here. A little bit different to the setup in the Ballarat, the old Ballarat yards, more frontage for the buyers.
Yes, Murray, as you can see, the pens have been configured differently. In the old yards, it's a narrow 2.5 metre frontage, and the pens run away from the buyers. Where these have been turned around, and you've got a 6 metre frontage there, so you get plenty of buyer frontage to the pens, and not so deep, so the buyers can actually see more of the lambs. You can see where we're standing here. We're in the first section of the sheep yards. This is one bay of roof. There's 9 roof bays, so every section of roof is replicated 9 times. So at one end there, out with a sheep one draft, a section of selling pens down through here, and then the other end is dual purpose selling and delivery, and so that is just replicated 9 times across the length of the facility.
Yeah. So these yards out here are what you described as similar to the old sea yards in the.
That's the concept of them. Yes, there's a section of bigger yards here. They'll have water in them. They can be sold out of in our busy times, and then opened up. They're modular, so you can have them as big as you want for delivery or for selling for that reason. There's each block of the 9. There's four pens deep, back to back, and there's 24 pens in every block there. So there's a massive amount of those pens available for selling in peak times and then for delivery. Yeah,
the square area of the sheep yards here is slightly bigger than what the Latrobe Street facility is.
Significantly bigger, Murray. Yeah. It certainly will hold a lot more, and the modular design of the pens in both the regular selling pens and out here in this dual purpose area allows for different configuration of pen sizes to fit different mob sizes.
Jonathan, we're out here in the draft yards, and of course they're only just starting on these. Just explain what will happen.
Well, these are fundamentally a replica of what we have at the Latrobe Street facility. The physical draft will be here, and the force area into the physical draft is all replicated as per what we're used to in there. The slight difference is at the back is that we've put a little bit more extra room on the back of the draft for holding, on receival. So there's a slightly different configuration off the ramps, but otherwise coming forward to that, it's a replica of what we have in at the old yard. So this is, as I say, the rest of the yard, this is one draft to be replicated 9 times
Yeah. So you'll have your scanning up this end too?
Yes, the scanners will be on the front on the exit of the draft, so they'll be drafted and then run through their scanners.
Yeah.
Through the scanners.
Now, a feature of this yard, so the sheep yards, is going to be that you're going to have weigh options, something that we really don't see in Victorian sale yards.
Yes, well, there will be weigh options, and situated down the other end will be some auto drafters, so they'll have the ability to draft, weigh and scan through the auto drafters. So that'll be a unique feature of the facility.
Yeah. You were saying before that you would be hopeful or expectful of the buying fraternity to take up that to actually draft lambs after they're bought.
Oh, it's an option we're giving them. Yeah, it's just an option that potentially might be there if they wish to utilise it. So the facility's been put in for it to be taken up how anyone sees fit to use it, whether it's agents want to pre-weigh lambs or however it wishes to be used.
Quite futuristic in the fact that down the track that we might be even looking at buyers bidding offline and looking at weighed lambs, assessed lambs.
Well, who knows? That's a possibility. We will have the ability here in these yards all sales will be live streamed, and we will have the ability to offer online bidding for feature sales. So who knows where that'll end up.
We're down in the cattle section here now, Jonathan. We can just look overhead and see that the auctioneer's rails have been put up the top there. And we're in the selling pen here, standing right in the middle of the selling pen. You've got your water troughs there that go into the corner, still not assembled yet, but still got to be done. A little bit narrower, those troughs.
Yes, Murray, you can see they're just in the process of being installed today. We're using the same concept of those troughs currently and in other facilities. We've just done these troughs a little bit shallower just to do away a little bit of excess wastewater to minimise the amount of wastage, especially when you clean troughs, you're not dumping that extra bit out of the bottom. So enough pressure, they'll maintain enough volume to service each pen of cattle. And as you can see, they'll sit in there, and when these gates swing around to open up to bigger size, for bigger lot sizes, they'll just swing around the troughs.
Yeah. You've got your bifold gates down here?
Yeah, each pen is divided with a bifold gate, which simply just fold back out of the way, and folds into place. It's a simple locking mechanism to give a bit of stability for when stock are in here. So as is the sheep yard, it's all modular, so it gives you great flexibility for mob sizes.
Yeah. Just out here through the gate, we've got the holding yards.
Yes.
A feature of this will be feeding.
Yeah, so all these yards right through, which is a double-sided set of pens for the full length of this shed facility here. They're large holding yards that have water and a feed bunk in it, and we are able to give short-term feeding options to stock being held over.
Yeah.
Pre and post sale.
Yeah. So still a lot of work to be done here, but being modular, it'll fall into place pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot to be done, but there's a lot happening, and as you can see from a couple of months ago when you were last out here, there was a lot of things being started when you're out here, where now there's a lot of things being finished. So each day there's another job being ticked off that's done and complete, and we're moving on to finishing the next job. So there certainly is a massive amount happening and being finished off every day.
Up in the amenities area here now, Jonathan, just run us around the site. Over here we've got...
Yeah, so we've got this main administration office here, and then all our side offices down that side, boardroom down the end, and then across the very end is the canteen, and then agent offices up this other side here. The canteen obviously opens out onto the view out into the sheep yards there and cattle yards, so you can sit there and sort of see what's going on.
Yes.
As well as I mentioned earlier, the live streaming will be running through there. So you can sit and have your lunch and watch the sale in progress on the screen as well.
Yeah, and it'll be fully catered for restaurant.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's a large area there, restaurant area, and it'll be fully catered, independently catered for.
We're standing at the effluent dam now, and that's something that a lot of producers and agents probably won't give two hoots about, but it's a very important part of the operation.
Oh, Murray, this is a critical part of the whole operation. And as you can see, it's a massive big dam here. It's in excess of 40 megalitres and all been poly-lined to stop any leaching, etc. But so all the liquid effluent off the external yards, the receivable area, delivery area of the yards, and truck wash liquid will all end up in here, then to be treated through quite a sophisticated effluent treatment system.
Yeah, the pad here, that will hold one of the effluent tanks, no doubt?
They're tanks as part of the treatment system.
Yeah.
They all form part of that, and the tanks you can see there are the fire reservoir tanks.
Yeah. And further round over here, we just pan around. We've got the ponds for the holding of the off the roof.
Yeah, so as you can see up the other end of the shed there, which is the workshop and maintenance shed, there's another line dam, which is a rainwater dam for everything that falls on the 7-acre roof, and then behind that is a wetland dam, which is for everything that comes off the roadways and paved areas.
Yeah.
The whole water and hydraulic system has been extensively designed. There's been a massive amount of time and effort to get that right and to meet all criteria of 1 in 1,000-year flood levels and drought-led years and all the rest of it. So there's been a massive amount going into that.
Yeah, plenty for people to see on the 23rd of June.
Yeah, no, there'll be lots to see and do, and it's things like this that probably happen. Don't goes a little bit unnoticed because we're all busy concentrating on yard design and capacity and things like that for day-to-day operation. But without this sort of facility to treat all the secondary product, well, we don't have a saleyard.